Bible is an important book. It is really long. Yeah, it is a collection of many books written over a long period of time. But all together, they tell one unified story. So, what's the story of the Bible? Well, it begins by introducing us to a beautiful mind, the author of all reality, a being called God. He has the power to take the dark chaos of the uncreated world and bring about order and beauty and a garden full of life. To crown this accomplishment, God appoints these creatures called humanity, or in Hebrew, Adam. They are made as God's image. This means they are commissioned to rule this beautiful world on God's behalf by harnessing all of its potential and creating even more beautiful and order. This is a story about humans using their power to do meaningful, life-giving work. But the question is, how? Humanity now faces a choice that is represented by a fruit tree. Humans could partner with God and find freedom by trusting in His knowledge of good and evil. Or they could seize the power and define good and evil on their own, which God once will kill them. They hear the voice of a dark, mysterious creature that tells them the choice is simple. Take the fruit. It will give you power and freedom to rule the world on your own terms. So they seize this knowledge. As a result, they become suspicious and self-protective. It leads to fractured relationships, violent power grabs, and ultimately a world civilization, Babylon, that has refined evil as good. So God scatters this corrupted human project. Here is the story of the Bible. Takes an important turn. We zoom into the story of a man and woman who came out of Babylon, Abraham and Sarah. Yeah, God promises that from them will come a new people, a nation that has another chance to make the right choice. If they succeed, it will open up this new way forward for the rest of the humanity. This is why the rest of the Bible story is about this family. It does not go well. Despite of God's personal guidance, Abraham's family gives into that same temptation to refine good and evil on their own terms apart from God. Even when their best people were in charge, rulers who loved God's guidance and had divine wisdom, even they gave in. Israel was warned by their own prophets that these choices would lead them back to Babylon. This time as a conqueror, captives living in exile. That is exactly what happened. Even with God's personal guidance, Israel fails. Who can succeed? Well, the prophet said that the story was not over. God is going to send a new leader to Israel to cover for their failures and to transform the people's hearts and minds so that they can make the right choice. So, the part of the Bible called the Old Testament ends. These promises are left hanging. Then the biblical story continues into New Testament. We are introduced to a man who comes from the line of Israel's kings, Jesus of Nazareth. He said that he was bringing all these promises to their completion. He confronted that dark, mysterious evil that all humanity has given into and resisted its power. Then he announced that God had arrived to rule the world through himself. Jesus taught about God's definition of good and evil. He said that the real power is serving others. According to Jesus, it is the people who love the poor and even love their enemies who are the kinds of people who will actually rule the world. This is confusing but also really beautiful. So it is a claim that the story goes on to make about Jesus, that he is the God became human to be for Israel and for all humanity what we could never be for ourselves. He came to take the consequences of our evil into himself. His sacrificial love proved more powerful than evil, than even death itself. Now, humanity is presented with a new choice represented by a new tree. Stick with the old way of being human and venture into this new way. In the story, those who choose the way of Jesus find themselves energized by God's own power. People who know that they are loved and forgiven by God can become people who love and forgive others in return. The Jesus movement quickly spread throughout the world, forming these new communities, people who follow the way of Jesus. But they face problems. There was a persecution from the outside by the people in power. Inside, there was a confusion, even compromise. Yeah, because following Jesus is really hard. So the movement's leaders, called apostles, wrote letters to comfort and to challenge these communities to stay faithful to the difficult way of Jesus. They are called to hope for the day when Jesus will come and change everything. The Bible ends up by pointing to the future day when all wrongs were made right, when evil is eradicated, heaven and earth are united, and humanity can rule the world together in the love and power of God. So, that's the story of the Bible. May good God bless you all.